Hi everyone. So I asked on my page what people wanted to see tutorial wise, and I got loads of questions about eyebrows. So I thought I'd do a really quick video about brows. These are just sort of some of my top tips, and also what type of products to be using on your eyebrows depending on what sort of eyebrows you've got. So the first thing I would say is persevere with your own eyebrows. I've had mine HD'd now for nearly a year and they're still not where I want them to be. I've got a bit here in the middle that just doesn't seem to want to grow where I've overplucked it in the past. It's just waiting for those hairs to come through. The lady who does my brows reassures me that it will happen eventually, but it might take a while. So a year down the line nearly, and they're definitely not where I want them to be, but they are much better than what they used to be. So I have mine HD, which is threaded, plucked, waxed, tinted, the lot, you name it, she does it. It costs about £25 every time I go and have them done. I'd have them done about every 6 weeks. You can have cheaper treatments, things like threading, which you can get done in Superdrug for about £6, or you can have it done at Debenhams or places like that. So that's also an option if you want to just go and have them threaded. But definitely go and see a professional. They are a professional because that's what they deal with day in, day out. After that, once I've just had them done, I probably don't need to put anything on them for a couple of weeks. I'll just leave them au naturel. But after that, when the tint starts to fade and the little hairs start to grow back, then yeah, I have to put something on them. So I'm just going to go through the various different types of brow products that there are out there. So the first thing is an eye pencil, which is what I've got on today. This is probably the quickest and the easiest way of doing it. And this one is NYX, or NYX as some people call them. I think it's something like £6.50. This is brilliant. On one side, it's got a spoolie, which is there just to brush. And then on the other side, you've got such a tiny, it's a retractable pencil. And it's so small that you can just almost draw on the little hairs. So I use that. So if I need to be somewhere quick, I want to colour them in, then that is perfection. But it takes a bit of practice. It took me a while to get into using a pencil, and you've got to be really careful that you don't draw on something that's then going to look like it's fake. So once I've drawn it on with the pencil, I use the spoolie over the top to just blend it in to make sure that I've got no lines. But that is my general day-to-day pencil that I use. The next thing that you can get are these brow gels. These are like on a mascara, like a mini mascara. This is Benefit Gimme Brow. This is a new collection that they've just brought out. I got this as a sample. Now this is good after I've just had my eyebrows done. So this basically just colours what you've already got. So if your eyebrows are the wrong shape, or they're too bushy, or they need a good pluck, this isn't the right thing for you, because it'll literally clings to every little hair. So if you've got hairs in the wrong place, then it's just going to make it look awful. It's also no good for drawing on something that isn't there. So if I need my brow to extend down here, but my eyebrows finish up here, then there's no point having that. You need a pencil or something to draw that in with. But it's really quick. So when I've just had my eyebrows done, literally 2 seconds and that's done. And that is Benefit Gimme Brow. There's loads of other things on the market, but that is like a gel, a coloured gel. Then there is gels in a pot, like this one. This is Illamasqua, and this is probably the product that is the trickiest to use. If you want an Instagram eyebrow, you need a pot like this, because it's the one that you can sort of build to make it look like you've got sort of the fade of the darker eyebrow on the outside and then the fade in the middle. With this, you look like you've got eyebrows drawn on. It's very tricky to make it quite natural, but if that's the look that you're going for, then that's the great thing. If I'm going to be photographed, or if I'm going out on a night out, I always wear this. And like I say, it does take some getting used to. Less is more as well. You don't need very much of this on at all. But they'll stay all day. They'll stay in the wind, in the rain, in every sort of conditions. I can put this on and it'll be on for 2 days. So this is the product to go for if you want something that is going to be really bold. And then the last one, which is actually out of all of the methods is my favoured for any time, is a powder. So this is a Smashbox. It's only a sample, this one. I've got 2 different colours and then a wax on the bottom. and I use this on all of my clients really, unless they ask for something different. You can use any eyeshadow as long as it's a matte one and it matches your eyebrows, and all I would do is I'd use a slanted brush, something like this, and I'd just draw it on. You can draw on spaces where there aren't any of your own eyebrow hairs. You can colour in what you've got. It's easier to make something fade because it's a powder. Just a quick tip: when you are using a powder, make sure you put either some foundation on or some primer or moisturiser first, so that the powder's got something to cling to. Because if you don't, you'll just be putting it on and it'll just be falling off. So I think that is all the different types of brow products that I can think of. And they're my recommendations for the ones that I like the most on the market. So let me know if that's been helpful. I'd love to see some of your pictures once you've had a go. And I'll probably do a few more posts about eyebrows and how to use all the products that I've just mentioned. Okay, thank you.